This is exciting. We have our girl, Kiki, here. Kiki is not only the most incredible person, extension specialist, and badass business bitch
Mm-hmm.
that we know. You are way too young to have mastered all of this. And we're just excited to have you here. So welcome.
Thank you. I love you guys.
No, we love you.
We
Aw.
love you so much. And literally in the intro of our first podcast, it was like part of the reason why we started. Everyone's like, "What are you wearing? What are you eating? Where'd
Oh,
you get your
yeah.
hair?" And literally, it's Kiki. Like
Yeah.
the hair situation, how you have transformed me, the confidence that comes with not only wearing amazing hair, the amazing quality, the perfect color, the most flattering cut. It's really a game changer. And I don't think we should sleep on doing the best for ourselves, like making ourselves look the best and feel the best. This is, I would say, the number one gift that you could give yourself is feeling beautiful in the
Mhm.
hair that you buy or the hair that you are born with. And most of us aren't born with hair like this.
It's your number one accessory. You wear it every day, and you let us wear it so, so well.
You guys are great. You're literally my brand walking around on the streets because this is what I want everyone to know about how important hair extensions are. And you two know I don't take a lot of clients.
Mhm.
I maybe see in a 6-week rotation 25 people. And so it's very limited because I spend a lot of time with each person who sits in my chair, like 4 hours every 6 to 8 weeks. And it's like so important, but most people don't grasp that. And so you're my ideal clientele. That's why you two love sitting in my chair. Why
Hmm.
I love doing your hair because you appreciate it. There's nothing worse than doing somebody's hair who doesn't get what it's all about. And some people it's not their priority.
It's such
But
an adventure when I come to the city because you're in West Hollywood. That's a bit of a drive, but
a bit it's a venture, but like
it's
I'm
so
so
worth
well
it.
grateful.
worth it.
No, I come there and like we order the food that we love. And, I sit for a long time and I said to you, I need something for my legs. And you bought what is it? It's like you plug it in
The
and
compression
the
booties.
Compression things.
compression booties, which is like a game changer. So I'm multitasking. And the great thing about you, not only do you do our extensions, but it's color and cut. And so many people have to go to
Yeah.
multiple people for their color, for their cut, for their blow dry, and their extensions.
You really are a master at creating, blending, and giving the client exactly what they want. You really do.
In a shorter period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, like you said, 4 hours from
Mm.
beginning to end, covering all of those from the base color to the highlights to the new extensions or moving the extensions up for a maintenance to the blow dry. And you do it with such precision, such perfection.
And confidence.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You really
You guys are so
but
sweet.
I don't
No.
think there's one client that I've ever seen you leave your place where I'm like,
Mid.
that's sad. It's
It is next
unbelievable.
level.
You two know though, this is like a living, breathing situation. That's where I learned that from you. That because
Yes.
that's how you explained your hair when I first did it. It was like, babe, living, breathing situation. And it is. You have the most challenging hair out of almost any client I've ever done.
Mm.
And it's not because you're a challenging person.
Yeah.
It's just your hair is
Well,
it's
I
I wouldn't say
mean,
so. Hey, I actually love a client like the two of you. I love that you pick apart everything. You don't accept anything but perfection because you always set the standard high. And it's like I always want to deliver for you. So I used to think clients that were like that were annoying or were a pain in my ass. And then one of my mentors, Alan, he said when I was complaining about a client once, he said, "Babe, these are the clients that make you the best. Like, do you want to be the
yeah.
best or do you want to be mid?" And so I never complain about clients who want the perfect look. So, but it's like sometimes we have 2 or 3 people working on, and we're all
mhm,
in there. We all got our hands, all hands on deck
which
to
makes
make
me
sure
feel
it gets
very
done.
special.
Yeah.
I love when your girls say like, Jen, like you at first intimidated me when I met you, but I really wasn't. I sometimes I was like, am I pushing her too hard? Cause like we need to get this right. And you didn't. Like you are so calm and collected and you always deliver. And like if there's an issue, if something turns too brassy, maybe I shampooed in a different hotel and it turned my color. You're like, come in, let's fix it. Like there's no challenge that's too much for you. And what I love so much for you is when I first went to you, I was using what kind of extensions? What kind of hair was that?
I don't know, you were wearing
Apron.
No,
some
no, no.
Indian beaded
You had
row.
Yeah,
tapen
no,
or
but then
no?
so now you do the Russian hair, but what were you doing to us before you started doing your
We were
Russian hair?
doing Indian hair, and we were doing beaded rows, and we weren't doing any bonds.
Right. But even then, it still was rad. It still was
It was
okay,
good. It
it
was
was
like
the
8 out of
best
10.
It
hair
was
that I
good for
had.
that
It was.
time.
For that
Yes.
time,
Yes,
it
and
was great.
you've grown and developed something new, which is obviously a whole different process and a whole different quality, which we obviously appreciate so much more. But Kiki, come on, look, I met you, you were working at a salon and you were, you once in a while had a client and all of a sudden it's been you were so good at it then, but you didn't have the clientele and the confidence probably, I would say that would be
Totally.
fair.
Totally.
But I don't, it's not a short amount of time because it isn't, but yeah, a short amount of time because you're very young. You've opened your own salon that's only extensions. So you're a specialist in your art, period. You've you train all of these girls under you. You're so busy. You now only take clients that you love to be with on certain days. Your other girls, you're training them to, grow their business. And you started your own extension business. I mean, that's incredible. And you've done all of this looking that
Yeah, I
good.
know.
Thanks.
I love the outfits when I come in. I love to see what coffees you're drinking. It's like a whole thing. When I was younger, I had like white hair and my hair wasn't really growing that much. And I remember I would run around my house and I would take a poncho and I'd put it over my head and I'd run around and pretend it was my long hair. And that is how I feel when I come to you and I get my extensions like touched up and put in. It makes me giggle. It makes me feel very, like, confident, and I tell Brittany, "When you don't have your extensions in, you're invisible." I'm like, "I cannot see you.
Mhm.
There's not it's like you're invisible, but when you put this hair in, you're like, "Ta-da!" And the
It's
confidence,
so sexy.
And then you can
right?
never go
So
And you,
back.
like,
good.
look in the mirror, you're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
girl."
Yeah.
Explain the process. Like, explain how you look at a client. So a client comes to you, okay, and they're in their mid 40s, thin hair. What is your process? Walk us through that.
So we first start with a very thorough consultation. You guys probably both did that with
I
me.
remember I don't know if Brittany did it, but I did it, and this was years ago, and I'm like, "Oh my god, that is so annoying."
Brittany
Did you
filled out the
see Did
application.
you? You're
Well,
like, "You
mine
had to
was
do
did.
at
it."
you were at hadn't opened your place yet.
Mhm.
So I don't know if maybe I did.
I think you did. I remember you did.
I was complaining to Brittany, I'm like, "This is
Because
so annoying," but she's like, "Just do it," and it all makes sense.
it all makes sense, and if somebody isn't willing to follow the
Is
process,
it very
it tells
thorough?
me no, it's not super thorough. It's just the fact that you do it shows me that you're dedicated.
Oh, that's
It's
smart.
just I wanna
Okay.
see that you're gonna say yes or no,
I'm on
and
board.
yeah, you're on board, and you're gonna take the time to read the details before I get on the phone with you, so we're not wasting time with each other, right? Like, there's little details in there that you might not have remembered before, but it's just I hate getting on the phone and then we're blabbering for an hour,
Right.
and I'm busy and you're busy, and I
Yeah.
wanna make sure that we align that way,
And
right?
that I'm committed to you and you're committed to
And
Yeah.
you're
me.
gonna send the right photos that I tell you to send, and you're
Mhm.
committed to this.
See,
It's not just up in
it's a
air.
very thoughtful business
Yeah,
decision.
very thoughtful, and, like, I want the type of people that value time just like I do. And so a lot of my clients are clients that are successful or have run businesses or are married to people who have done so and know what that is, and so it's just nice. So we will set aside a call, and I'll usually it's kinda like an interview in a way, but I just talk for maybe 30 minutes and get the details to you, and then I'm very streamlined. I do it, like, multiple times a week with new clients, and then we get you in. So the first appointment is kind of like the first appointment is unique in the sense of most hair extensions, processes, they'll have you come in and they'll, like, match you, and then they'll go order your hair.
Yeah.
Like, they'll pull out a ring swatcher or
And then
something
you
like
come
that.
back at a different
Yeah,
time
then you
because
gotta,
you have
like,
to wait for your
wait.
hair. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, the way that we do it is so unique because this is also a very expensive way to do it, but in my eyes, I think it's worth it. I carry a full stock of hair in the salon.
It's so cool.
Yeah, so anytime you want new hair, whether it's a reoccurring appointment or a brand new appointment, you just show up and we have
Mhm.
everything we need. We have more than what we need.
And you have different textures too.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's changed is in the beginning it was like one type of texture, maybe one kind of hair, and now we offer like 10 different options. So we really just
And
cater
you
towards your
color and
budget.
you blend your hair right there. Like
Yes.
you're not doing it at a different time and then the client shows up and you put away. So that's why your
Mhm.
match and your blend is so on par. And that's why your clients look like they're wearing their own hair.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anyone that comes out of your salon that looks like they have hair extensions in. It all looks like
That's
we
the
were
goal.
born with this hair.
Yeah, that's the goal, but, like, if you don't set up the appointment that way where you have a lot of options, a lot of different ways where you can take it, because things can go south in an appointment where you're like, "Ah, that's actually not working. We need to pull this and, like, rearrange it or switch this or change the texture or do something different." Like, if you don't have options available, then it's you have to fix it next time or you have to have them come back in, and so I just never wanna inconvenience them or myself, so it's, more expensive, like I said, because you gotta source everything and ho house it, hold
Mhm.
it, but because now I have my own hair extension brand that I sell, I can just have everything there, and it's really works for us, so
And you're custom
it is
coloring
unique.
it to match in
Yes.
the moment.
Yes, in the moment and off the head most of the time.
Right.
So, color the client's hair,
Mhm.
color the extensions off the head, install everything, blend it all together, and then cut, color,
I
and
have
that's the
I have
package.
a question. Do you walk around and you look at people, you're like, "Oh, hell
Oh,
no."
we've sent each
Oh,
other pictures.
you 2 probably do this
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
bet your
yeah.
husbands sometimes do it,
Mhm.
knowing what you 2 go through in your appointments, they might even see something and be like, "Oh," all the time. I mean,
Because there is nothing worse,
yeah,
if you're gonna do it, try, just try.
yeah,
At least that's all I'm asking is just for trying, and some people, it's like, "Oh, come on."
yeah.
They're like
You might as well
this.
just not wear them.
Yeah, I put my new extension in.
Yeah, I
It's a
know, and then
piece
the
of
tape is
paper.
showing, and it's like it's a sad
It's a very
situation.
emotional
Uh,
thing, and I think
Yeah.
people would rather have their hair extensions show and look bad and have extra hair than have none at all.
yeah, you're
You
right.
know how
Okay.
emotional it is.
It's
That
true.
makes me
It's
feel
an odd
shallow.
thing, but it happens all the time.
I think you're so right.
Mhm.
I think you're so right. Is every client a good client? Like if have you had someone come in, you have to turn them away, or
I
is
love when you
every
turn people
client
away.
a good
Yeah.
client?
No, you guys have heard my stories.
Yeah.
I've had to turn people away, but it's never been because the hair was too challenging. It's only been because of the personality indifference. If they're not willing to handle conflict or they're not a good communicator and we just keep hitting walls and we keep having conflict, they're not trusting with me. Those are like the main three things. And it will get to the point. Sometimes it's happened after the first appointment where I've had to fire them, but then sometimes it could be years down the line where there's just constant miscommunication or constant conflict, and they're just never willing to compromise it very rarely happens, but it's like also the fourth thing is if you're mean to the girls or me in the
Yeah.
salon. And typically what I find is they're not mean to me because I'm the owner and the founder, but they're mean to my girls.
Your girls are the
And
Yeah.
best.
respect is everything. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care who you are or how successful or
You've
how many
created a
hours you
great
work. Yeah,
culture
you just need to
there.
be a kind person. If you're not going to be kind to people, then you're just not allowed to Cashmere.
But
So,
Yeah.
is there a client like outside of like a personality difference where they come in and like, can your hair be too thin or too fragile for the actual method that you're
application.
using?
Yeah, it could certainly be too thin. Like if you're almost balding on the top, then you would require a different system, which we don't offer, which would be like a topper or a crown integration system. And those are very specialized, and I don't offer them, but I could refer somebody to do that. And then the second one would be I did a consultation last week with a woman who had lost her hair from cancer, and it was only like 2 inches. It's
Mhm.
just not long enough. Like I need your extension, or your hair to be like to the cheek. Like that,
Yeah.
and I said to her,
Oh
"I could put
yeah.
it in, I could install it, but it's not I would be doing you a disservice."
And you're talking about a weft, or are you talking about individuals?
Anything, in my opinion. In
Mhm.
my professional opinion, I told her, "You need to at least have it to cheekbone." Some people are gonna tell you that they can do it, and they can attach it, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna look great.
Explain the method that you're using on us. So the method that you're using feels very flat. Like when you put your hand on my head, mine feels very flat to my head, where sometimes I've felt other people's that have, and they still look great, but you feel like it's bulky here. So explain the method and why ours feels so much natural and has that movement of being so much more natural.
So the method, and also it's the wefts that we're selecting. So with our brand that we sell, the wefts are called flat wefts. So there's a lot of different types of wefts that you can buy. The majority of the clients that are coming in and out of Cashmere have a beaded row system. So we're installing it with a bead and a track, and we're sewing it in onto the bead track. And it's almost a halo shape that goes around your head, but you could do that same type of track and stitch on a thick row. So the type of weft that you're picking is like
Got it.
thick. So there's like all these different types of wefts. You could do a machine tied weft, or a hand tied weft, or a flat weft. Those are the three main options. A flat weft could also be named a genius weft, and that's what it's known for, like more in a worldwide sense. And we use more of a genius flat weft.
What I
Um,
love is when you come in there, you can do like you can customize it. So it's like in a weft, how many rows are in a weft? It's customized, right?
Yeah, so how many wefts are in a row?
Oh,
Typically like 3 to 5 or
So you
6.
can make it thicker,
But it's
thinner.
still
let
so flat that it's like barely even
yeah.
notices any difference. But if you were doing hand tied hair or machine tied hair, that's a big difference because it's just bulkier at the top, but you're still getting the same amount of hair on the bottom.
What is it
So
called? We get
major
like hair
disadvantage.
dysmorphia where we're like, "Oh my god, we need more hair."
Well,
Yeah.
when we've had surgery and we've had to take our hair out and it's like it's a sad. We look like a plucked chicken. It's the most saddest thing. And I literally look at myself in the mirror and give myself dirty looks. It's like it's terrible. It's not good.
It really is traumatic. It's probably, I think, one of the most, for me, my insecurities that come out from that. I've said to Jen, I go through the Starbucks carpool line, the drive-through every day. And like there's cute little boys that work there. And I've gone through, I'm like, they didn't flirt with me today. And Jen's like, you don't have your extensions in, honey. They don't
You're
see
invisible,
you.
Brittany. You don't have your
I
extensions.
think that good hair can bring down someone's age 10 years.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
one time I hope she never listens to this, Nicole Kidman. I saw her
Is it
without
bad?
extensions and without a wig, and she normally wears wigs.
She's so
Oh, I
beautiful.
And
didn't know
she
that.
always
Yeah.
normally has great wigs. She looked 20 years older.
Oh, she's gonna
It
hear this and she's
shocked
gonna
me.
comment.
It shocked
She
me.
is
Yeah. Well, she should call
listening right
you.
now.
She
It
should
was
call
like
you.
it looked like her mother, but it wasn't her mother because she was with her mother. She was shopping with her mother, and I was like,
Oh.
"Whoa!" I
Well,
just changed.
you do have a lot of high-end celebrity clients that come through your place. That is one other great thing about your salon is it's very private. Like Jen said, it's like our Mickey Mouse clubhouse. We go there and I come in with like
Yeah.
a bag of shit that I bring that I like set up my desk and I know that I'm there for the long haul.
Well, you guys are there every like 6 to 8
I'm there every
weeks.
3
You're every
weeks.
or
5,
3. You're there 5.
every
So I
5.
want it to feel quaint. I want it to feel like home, but also like it's your own space. You
Yeah.
know,
I love
comfortable.
coming. I
You
love
know,
Yeah.
coming. I love
good.
postmating.
Yeah,
I love
it's
getting
great,
my
right?
little legs
And everyone
massaged.
jokes. They say, "Why do you have these Nutter Butters, these bad snacks?" Was it you the other day? It was somebody who got
I always eat your
like a bad
snacks.
snack, and I keep these like bad snacks in the tray and some good snacks, but
No, I eat
it's your
them every
time.
time. I enjoy them. I enjoy everything about going there, and I enjoy everything about the process. It's like when I leave, I always take that selfie because my hair looks so good.
Oh, it's so
After a
good.
Kiki
Yeah.
curl,
It's so
it's
true.
so
I wish I could
good.
have that experience.
Do you have
Ugh.
extensions in now?
Yeah, so my hair is the same length as my extensions. I'm wearing 1.5 rows, and it's probably doubles the weight of my hair
That's
in thickness.
Let's debunk that misconception where people say that if you have an extensions, right? If you're not taking care of your hair, you're bleaching it, you're not taking care of your hair and you're bleaching it. You're
Yeah.
gonna have shitty hair, it's gonna break off. That's gonna happen. But when you take your extensions out, I'm always like,
I know
wow,
your hair's
you have
amazing.
great hair.
Yeah.
And when I met you, it was so much shorter, and you just grew.
My
So
hair has been on a
explain what,
journey.
but you can keep the integrity of your hair, right?
Yeah.
As long as you're not bleaching it, correct?
Yes, especially with extensions. That's the biggest thing. And also, the second debunker is it's not about the method, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, the method is the damaging method." Yes and no. It's more about the technician and who's installing it that's
Mhm.
damaging, or the home care that's damaging. But can you wear extensions and can your hair get better? Certainly. Some people are already doing all the right things and their hair's never going to get better, but they're not going to add damage with wearing extensions. And then there's some clients like me who had a lot of damage or they had a lot of postpartum hair loss and their hair got better with wearing extensions because I stopped bleaching it. I felt like I didn't need the color. I just like the thickness and fullness, and my hair just doesn't do well with chemical lightening
I can't
or heat.
believe you were a blonde because I love your color now.
Mm.
It's so flattering to
Thanks.
you. But
Yeah.
you were super cute
I
as
was
a
super
blonde.
blonde
Yeah.
and I was wearing 3 rows and my hair was a bob and I was wearing 3 rows of really long extensions and I just stopped bleaching it and I was able to grow it after that
Yeah, you
because
used
my
to have
hair
hair like to your waist.
yeah. In high school, it was to my waist naturally and everybody always asked me if I had extensions and I'd get offended like, "No, this is my real hair." But, I just damaged it with coloring and things, and then I lost, like, half of it with postpartum hair loss. So, I've gone through a few ups and downs and ebbs and flows, and now I just don't do much to my color, and my hair is just
Do you
thick.
think that's the best thing for people? Like a friend of ours who you also do her hair, I've noticed that she's gone darker and she's now trying to, she's noticed that the integrity of her hair because she was bleaching it.
Yeah,
So that's the key. You
It's a
think just
bummer. I
don't,
mean, I can tell
sucks.
you during COVID, and I didn't bleach my hair at all, my hair grew so quickly,
Mhm.
and then, I mean, what am I gonna do? It's a bummer.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I
a
love you
bummer,
as a
and it
blonde.
sucks
I
I
because
can't
know, it's
your
just
color
such a
imagine.
is great,
bummer.
but I feel like we've streamlined your color, and we figured out a way where it doesn't require so much bleaching like it used to, and
Yes.
also we've added extensions in other ways that have helped enhance your color, so
Yeah.
we don't have to do it as much.
And we also changed my color. I used to do a base that sort of lifted, and now what am I
Mhm.
doing?
Yeah, you're doing a base that just deposits only. It's, like, changed it too, and we've gone darker with your base, and
Yeah.
I feel like those little tweaks have really helped it
Yeah. I
not feel
had
like we have to.
extensions from another very well-known person in LA, and he had, like, a factory, like, all of my friends went, and I remember my girlfriend had her extensions taken out, and the way that they connected it is they sewed, like, basically a braid around the crown, and so as soon as they would, like, undo the braid, they would lose so much hair, right? And there's something that happens with the way you connect the extensions to our hair that I don't feel like a ton of hair comes out when you're moving them up and you're tightening
Yeah.
it.
You
Mhm.
don't see it shedding all over the
We
Because
don't
that's
crown.
what's so
use
scary.
Yeah, we don't use a lot of contact points when we are installing, and I do really love that the beads are spaced out, and it's not an easy
I'm
method to
feeling mine.
execute, but it's nice because you can stick your fingers in
Yeah,
between the
yeah.
weft.
I have
Mhm.
like a
But
couple inches in between mine, I
yeah, some
think.
people use a lot of your own hair, and with a braid system, none of that shed can come out until you comb it out.
Which is
So,
so scary.
yeah, it could be scary. Sometimes braids can be done really well. I've seen actually in Russia, it's really on like, it's a little bit more revolutionary, I would say. They're doing tinier braids and installation, but that comes with the right technician as well. Like, you're not doing it too tight and you aren't combing over it at home and you're just being really careful. So, I think, again, every method can be done well. It can be not damaging. It just depends on who's doing it.
So tell me when you have an extension, you have a full set, you have your consultation, your color, you're having a full set, whether it's 1 row or 2 rows or 2.5 rows. What does that process? You get those in and then what happens?
So you get them in, that first appointment is like 4 hours-ish, and then you'll come back every 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll either just do a maintenance tightening. Some of my clients are really low maintenance, and they'll do color, like, every couple of appointments. Every 6 to 8 weeks is when they'll come in, and then some of my clients do color every time. You both do color every single time, and then that's, again, every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on whether you do color and maintenance or just maintenance. Your appointment will be anywhere from 2 to 4 hours.
So the maintenance is taking out the extension rows
Mhm.
and then
Taking
reinstalling
them
them.
out fully, combing your hair, washing, blow drying it, and then reinstalling it, and just kind of reinstalling it in a little bit of a different spot every time. That's really nice too, because
That's
then you just
probably
kinda give your
helpful.
scalp a break. I
Mhm.
think that's also kinda important.
What I love about when you take them out, people think, "Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. It's such an investment." It is initially, but I've never gotten all new hair.
Mhm.
Like, we just sort of,
Rotate.
Maintenance
yeah,
it.
rotate. We add, we take away, we change
Mhm.
the color. So it's never like the same
Well,
initial investment.
I'll say this, this last year, I put in all new hair, like, not this April 20 what are we in, 2025? So
Mhm.
2024, and I put in all new hair, and I didn't put in new hair until this year. I wanna say, like, maybe I replaced a couple rows, like a maintenance,
Mhm.
a couple little pieces,
Little pieces.
but a full new set until summer, until we did our trip. So I had them over a year, and they were still, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I've had mine for so
they
long.
they probably needed a little love,
Mhm.
but now I'm back to, I've had these in a few months now, and they're like super full, but I'll keep these a year.
Yeah.
So where most people I know are constantly getting new hair, putting new hair
New
in,
set.
buying this, and they're still spending a decent amount of money. Ours might be a little bit more, but we're doing it once a year. If you're taking care of it and you're doing all of the maintenance that we should be doing at home, like the proper brushing and getting it maintenance like we should, not over bleaching, then we should be keeping this hair
Yeah, and
a year or
I
more.
always tell a new client, the first time you see me is probably the biggest initial investment. And then after that, we'll softly rotate your hair out. So you can do like half new hair. Sometimes we will do all new hair again, but there's a lot of people that do extensions that will make you get new hair more than a few times a year. Or they'll make you get new hair every installation. It kind of depends on the method they're doing. Like with individual
But a
buns,
lot
they
of times
may.
they have to because their hair, the quality
The
of the
quality of the hair
hair
is not
is,
good.
and when they're coloring it, because it's the quality of the hair, when they're putting the color in it, it's damaging that hair.
Yeah, so, like, that's the difference between the quality of hair that you're picking. There's textile dyed hair that's manufactured in a factory, and it's at a lower price point, and that's, like, what 95% of people are wearing with extensions that are walking around right
And they
now.
it looks like Barbie hair.
Textile dye.
But
Yeah.
okay, so explain the difference. Let's explain the difference between that hair and cashmere hair, which is your brand, cashmere hair, and that's what we're wearing, and that's what you're putting into your client's hair, and that's what you're also selling now as a separate business to other stylists that are doing hair extensions.
Right.
So talk about that business, the quality of the hair, and where that's going.
So the reason why I created that was because there was a lack of, and I couldn't find it. And it was, I'm doing this system with beaded rows, and no one's selling this type of hair in a row system, like in America. And no, I can't find it or buy it anywhere. So I was just
That's so wild.
sourcing. I know, crazy, right? It's in a way
Mhm.
we pioneered that because I just was trying to fill the need. So I'm running into this issue of always having to replace the hair. You two remember this. It's
Yeah.
constantly replacing the hair. The hair is fading all the time. We're all
Jen had a
new
lot of
hair
pink
every
hair.
I had
appointment.
pink hair. When I would
Pink
if I
hair,
would use my
green hair.
sunblock, I had pink hair.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like we've seen everything. So I want to use something in a more raw state and also truer to the texture match, like Caucasian hair, because the
Mhm.
majority of my clients are Caucasian, right? So I'm looking for something like that and I'm trying to find it. So that's why we came out with the hairline we came to. And then next step was I'm going to use this in the salon. I'm going to have major success with it. I already know. I started using it for several years and then I built up my stock and started selling it to my network of artists that I knew because I've been an educator in the industry for 5+ years. So that's kind of where it ended up into a separate company. And then now we're just selling it there, but the bundles are very rare and hard to get, but majority of people are wearing them for a while. So I kind of do both. I do the hair in the salon and then I also sell and market towards the other stylists that I know that have salons everywhere else. So that's what we're known for is the high quality hair that's really hard to get, really hard to source, and you know, I like wouldn't have it any other way.
Like, the
So
quality of this hair is a game changer.
I'm so proud of you
Game
because I
changer.
remember the process. I remember you saying, "I'm gonna do this. I wanna find, like, very high quality Russian
you
hair."
remember because you got in a mishap installed in your hair.
Yeah.
And, this is the main reason why people don't do this. They don't start these ventures because it's so expensive.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
installed a set in your head that was probably upwards of $5,000. And you literally text me days or day later, and it was falling out in chunks.
Right.
And I was sick, and you were sick. And I was just like, this is so much. I lost like the same thing happened to you that happened to probably 5 or 6 other guests and I had to
Mhm.
replace everyone's hair with other hair. It was over a $10,000 mistake.
Mhm.
And it wasn't my mistake, it was a factory mistake. And then all of these hurdles that we had to figure out and jump through and all of this money we had to invest in problems and mistakes and this is entrepreneurship
Mhm.
literally, but I knew I'm not going to settle because I want my clients to wear this hair and no one else has figured out this problem, so I'm going to figure it out. And I know we're going to get to the end, but it might take a year or two, it might take $50,000, but we're going to get there.
And now you have such quality control for what you're doing. You're now leaving in a week
To
to go
Asia.
explore that. Yeah, to
Yeah.
go look at your hair as it's being made and source what you want. And that's the difference, Kiki. You want to
Yeah.
talk about that?
Yeah, so I've had a relationship with my factory now for about 3 years. And so they're the ones who help me with I actually have a couple of different hairline options now because after launching that main premium hairline, I launched other options underneath it that are a little bit more approachable in price point. And that's what actually I sell a lot of. So we sell an Indian hair that's manufactured in a factory. And we just wanted to go a little bit further and above and beyond in quality than what the majority of people are wearing right now. So that's that line as well. So they're the ones who do that. And I have a great relationship with them. And it's crazy because they all speak English and they're so friendly and they're like my friends. I like chat with them like in
Oh,
It's
business. So
amazing.
we're going to go visit them. I'm going to the factory, and we're gonna do a whole tour. I'm gonna bring my camera and my mic, and I'm gonna have my dad film me, and we're gonna just like we have a list of questions for them to show us and answer, and it's gonna be really fun because I think just from a brand standpoint, I talk about this all the time with my CMO. We just love transparency. And that's in this industry. It's a little bit of a dark industry inside of that. People don't really want to talk about where it's sourced or how it's made. And even China creates a little bit of darkness in this industry where they like might lie about something to get a consumer to buy. Like they may say it's Russian hair when it's not Russian hair. And
Mhm.
then they might say it's this or that and all these claims like calling something natural versus organic or certified this or that. So I just want to create transparency and just show people like we're on the ground, like we're here, like
It's
we are
amazing.
making sure. And it is a very intimate relationship. I speak with them directly. I actually still do my shipment and fulfillment myself. And I don't have a huge customer base, but I have a very strong customer base. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to just show them and keep that there.
The if somebody were to come into your salon and they can't afford to take the highest, but they could come in and do the indie, which is
Hmm.
also great
Yeah.
hair,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So take 1 minute and like pimp yourself out. What
Hmm.
like for the salon, where are people going
And the
for
price
cashmere?
points
Yeah,
that
Hmm.
the
we're
price
talking about.
Price
points.
points. Great.
Mhm.
And then next one, pimp out your cashmere line as well. I mean your
And
extension
what that would
line.
look
Yeah.
like. Yeah, so we have 2 options right now in the salon. One is called the starter and one is called the luxe option. So, I would say, like, first install-wise, it's probably like a 50-50 split, just it really depends on people's budget and what they wanna spend that first appointment. Maintenance will be the same cost no matter what option you choose, and I really just leave it up to the client, like, whatever you're most comfortable, this is gonna be the benefits and features and benefits of each option. So, starting with the starter option, that's what the majority of people are wearing right now inside of hair extensions, but we just have a little bit better option inside of quality. And then we have a little bit of a texture option in there too. We have straight and a little bit of a wavy. It's pre-colored hair, but we still color it when we install it. It gives you definitely like a fuller look. And then that one for the first time appointment and cost and investment is going to look for everything: cut, color, install, color in the extension, style. Most people are spending, I would say, around 1,800 to like 2,500. Like that's like the average. Maybe like 3,000 would be like the cap on that.
But and
Um,
how many rows is that? Like what's
that's like
typical
anywhere
for
from 1 row to 2.5 rows. That's
okay.
and the majority of our clients are wearing 1 to 2 rows at
Mhm.
Okay.
Cashmere. Yeah. Rarely are they wearing 2.5. Sometimes they are if they like extra fullness or they have short layers or something like that.
What do your girls wear in the salon?
Emily wears 3 rows, 3 full rows, because she's a brat doll and has a big head, and she's
Mhm.
loves all the hair.
And
She has
that's
gorgeous
this
hair.
quality that you're talking about.
She's all my girls are wearing Russian hair. They're wearing the luxe option, which
Oh,
we'll
okay.
talk about
Mhm.
too. And Jaylyn right now, she fluctuates between 1 and 2 rows. I think right now she's wearing 1 row.
She
She
has
might be
great
wearing
hair
two.
though on her
She has
own
great
too.
hair. So it's
Mhm.
kind of just what she wants to deal with. Macy, she's
That's a
actually
cool
not wearing
transformation.
rows. She's wearing a full head of buns.
Mhm.
And that's, like, so individual, we don't do that on almost anyone, but she has naturally curly spiral hair.
She has amazing
Yeah,
hair.
It was
so it's
unbelievable
So
the match
fun.
that you did for
yeah,
her.
yeah, and that's all Russian virgin, and all my girls wear Russian virgin because like, they know it's the best of the
And
best.
if
Yeah.
you go to Kiki's Instagram, you have to see Macy's hair because
Yeah,
it
we did a
really is
whole
like
story on
a
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy,
so
and
And
where are people finding the salon? Tell
um,
everyone where they're finding the
I
salon.
I feel like referrals, but we get a lot of Google, like, people just
But,
Google
no,
Cashmere
meaning, like, where are
Extensions.
people gonna find you? At
Cashmere
cashmere.com
Extensions.
or
Yeah,
Cashmere Extensions
cashmereextensions.com. Mhm.
and then on your
and your
Instagram?
Instagram?
My Instagram is Kiki Mama, KIKIMAMA original. Yeah.
And does Cashmere have its own Instagram? The
Your
salon have its own?
Cashmere, yeah, we have Cashmere Extensions is the
so
salon page.
on your website, if you're a stylist and you wanna buy your hair to put on a client, they go to
Mhm.
your
Yeah, so if you're a stylist and you wanna purchase our hair, then you'll go to Cashmere Pro Instagram or cashmerepro.com.
okay.
So, either way. You can find us on both crisscross, but you could just follow me on Instagram and you'll find all of it.
And what do you think is a typical age of, like, the clients coming in to see you? Like, is
Typical
it usually of
age.
our age? Like, women
In
who
their 30s, like us.
30s. I would
their
say like sometimes
20s.
20s, but like
Mm.
our budget is like our spend is a little bit higher. Like for that Russian hair, you're spending closer to $4 to $5 or $6,000 for that install.
But you're
And
only doing
so
it once a year.
once a
So
year.
let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
Because I have
Your
some
maintenance
friends that are
is
on like the 5th set of hair this year.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
doing it
And
once a year, but you do some maintenance, but it's never the same initial investment.
never. The first time is the most. And then for age range, like we do have some in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s is more what we have. That's
Hmm.
our ideal
We'll be
clients.
like 80 putting our hair
We have some clients
extensions
in their
in.
60s.
And
Yeah.
do you also, people can have extensions even if they have like a short bob. People just want
Yeah.
it for the
Mhm.
fullness.
Just for
Yep.
the
And to
fullness.
grow it out, it'll require more rows. We just did a client like that recently, but once their hair starts growing, we can start removing those rows.
I
It's in the
That's
process.
graduated.
wild.
Yeah.
When I
So they
graduated,
graduate.
yeah, I
Yeah.
graduated. I took out my
Do we do a
half.
graduation
No, I said I
picture?
need pictures. We need the music. I
Yeah.
graduated from
Dun,
2.5 rows to
dun,
2 rows.
dun.
Yay!
We actually need to buy a hat, like a graduation hat.
Yes,
It's a
with
big deal if
flowers.
you don't
What am I?
need
I'm
it
2
anymore.
and
Yeah.
a quarter.
Yeah, 2.5.
2 and a
Like
quarter.
2.5.
Oh, 2.5?
That's what we call
Yeah,
half.
you should
but
have a backdrop like ready to go
we
when you're.
actually do have one.
It's so
We do have.
good.
It's like the
We throw
blue. It's
confetti.
like the blue background. Yeah.
That's super
We
good.
throw cut hair.
Say goodbye to this half weft.
It is funny when you take like a hair out, like you'll take the old hair out. I just did a total organization of my closet.
Mm.
And I was like embarrassed when I pulled out a box and it was like a basket of hair.
Of your old
Oh
hair.
my
Ooh,
God, in
a hair
Ziploc
box.
bags. And I was so grossed out. I'm like, what was I thinking? But I think it's like this
It's a security blanket.
connection to it. Yeah, I might need this one
Yeah,
day.
one day.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
one
put them
day.
in clip-ins when we have to go
Well,
on vacation
let
or
me
something.
tell you, I almost did that because my daughter, we went at school, they had a lice outbreak, and I had to go get my head checked for lice. And I had to take my extensions out.
Uh-huh.
I called Kiki, freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God, I had a podcast that weekend and I had 2 events. And I'm like, I might have
What
to
am
go
I gonna
without it.
do?
And I threw that hair away. Like all that hair I threw away.
You went all in.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can you
gosh, I
imagine
would have
if
been
I
so
showed-
sad if you showed up to our podcast without your hair. I would have been like, Brittany, where are you? I don't see you.
You're
I don't have a
invisible.
co-host
She's
anymore.
missing.
You're invisible, babe.
Can you imagine like the weekend though?
You just do like a little bun.
Honestly,
tight
I don't,
bun.
it's not that, it's like, it's not that traumatic. It's not like terrible.
It kind of is.
It is.
Let's
I
not
agree with you.
downplay it. It's really.
I don't need my lashes.
rough.
I don't need makeup.
But
I need my hair.
Hang on, I have an A-line. Like I literally have a mullet because I don't cut my hair underneath that much
Yeah.
because I want it to blend. So it's like an
Yeah, so
A-line.
you just don't
But
blend
if
it.
I cut
Yeah, yeah.
that A-line and it's like a bob, I
Yeah,
mean,
like
I
if you
just
took
look
it out
like
and
a
got a
different
decent
person.
haircut, it wouldn't look bad. It's just
The first couple weeks are the worst. It hurts.
Yeah,
when you
it's
look in the mirror,
painful.
Emotionally.
it hurts. Yeah.
And a
it's-
lot of my girlfriends like, oh my God, it's so cute. And I'm like, oh,
I don't want
This
cute.
is the thing
is-
is like you'll take it out and then you need a couple weeks or a week to adjust and then you remember this is what my real hair actually was. I remember now. And you're like, it's not bad, it's not great, it's not the worst, but I just don't want it. I want better. Something I could never get.
when
I
peop-
love that for life. I want better. Like, why do you just
Yeah.
have to take average? You can
Yeah.
have better. You can be the best.
And people say, like, aren't you worried about the damage? And number one, I'm not when I come to you. But even if like my hair underneath isn't surviving the way that it should, it's like, it's not an option. I'm not taking it out. I
You're gonna
am
be buried in them.
able.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah, it's
they're
forever.
like grown out
We're
down
valid.
here.
We're married to you forever.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I will. Yes, I will do that. Whoever.
Kiki's like, I'm retiring. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You will not retire.
It's kind of dark, but I had a friend that does hair that lost a client that was really young. Tragic.
Oh no.
that's
She did her hair and she kept
sad.
her extensions in. So
Oh,
just like
beautiful. That's a
anyone who's
beautiful
listening,
gift.
it's totally valid. You can do that.
Yes.
You can be buried with them.
Yeah.
I know it's
Totally.
dark, but it's comforting.
There's nothing in the casket but just hair when they dig us up in
I
20
think
years.
In 15 years, it's dust and just fucking
It
rad
will mean
hair.
something.
And it's all perfect and curled.
all
It
curled
still has.
perfect.
It has a Kiki
I wonder
curl.
if it will still like be curled. Probably.
Okay, one of my favorite things that you've done to I guess to acknowledge us for being good clients, because we are literally live there,
Yeah.
is you have named some of the wefts after us.
Okay,
So
let me just
I
say,
get so excited.
she didn't name one
She
after
doesn't
me.
get one, but I can explain.
Yeah,
She didn't get one, but I can explain
Oh,
because
sorry.
because there is a Jenny or something,
Wait, how
there
right?
did
is
Rebecca get
we have a
one?
Jen, but it's
A
a
Jen.
different Jen who has brown
Rebecca,
hair.
not that you're great. I mean, not great because you are wonderful.
Yeah, so in our
But
starter hairline, it's 21 colors, and all the colors are named after clients in the salon, and their hair genuinely looks like that color. So we have a Britney weft, and it looks like Britney's hair. You've seen it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's like rooted, it's
I
dark,
like
it
when
has
you have to
blonde.
restock it. You're like, the Britney's
The
back. And
Britney,
I'm
and
like,
like, oh
yes.
yes, it's like out of stock because everyone loves it so much. Jen doesn't have her own weft because Jen's hair was such a shit show. I could
Mhm.
never get it to blend with that type of hair. So it never worked. Like you truly only can have the best of the best. There was never a weft
Thank
that I
you.
could
Thank
do
you.
that would match you. So instead, what I did is I created a technique because your color is like so unique. The way I color your wefts down and the way I color your hair, I color your wefts differently. So I call it the Jen Weave. It's a technique that I use in my education series on my website
Oh
for
my God. I
professionals
have a
Oh.
in
technique
Cashmere
named
class.
after me.
So the
This
Jen
is
Weave is
amazing.
the technique. And I say that in the salon. I say that when I'm doing tutorials and I tell people we're doing the Jen Weave today.
I want a
So
technique.
I'll
Because
make
it's
a
a
technique
living,
for you.
breathing situation. It's something
Yes.
that it's never the same. We come in, we have to reevaluate, we have to adjust, we have
hmm
to take out, we have
I'm
to
looking at
remove,
the
we have
top
to
of your
add.
hair.
But it's
Hmm.
gotten easier over time because I developed the Jen Weave.
Yeah.
So listen,
Yes.
ladies, you can't have that.
hmm
Finally, one thing that people can't have.
But you can learn Jen Weave technique in Cashmere class if you're listening and you do hair
So you
extensions. We
do a
teach
lot
it.
of education classes. That's
Yeah, so
amazing.
in the pro website, it's all password protected, so you only have access if you're a professional. But there's a whole series in
Are
there for
these only
education
people
videos.
purchasing the
hmm
the
Yes.
cashmere wefts?
Yeah, so they're approved to purchase. They're licensed
It's amazing,
cosmetologists,
Kiki.
and then we have all these videos that are all done by me, and it's my
I want to go back
techniques.
to hair school.
It's so fun.
I really do. Like the transformations must be so
It's
rewarding.
so rewarding,
We
but
should
it's like
just
such a
work.
creative outlet.
Let's work one day in her salon. We'll just be your assistants.
Yeah.
I'll
We'll
do
just come. We'll
that.
make people their
I'll
hot
sweep
Yeah, you
chocolates.
hair
can
and
come
Their
in
bring them
whenever
their
you want.
snacks.
yeah, we'll
Bring
bring
us
them
in when you
snacks.
have like some real good clients, like
Oh
some
yeah.
ones that we're like, we get to watch
We got
and
some heavy hitters,
you have
like
fun
You
that
may
take
fire
clients,
time.
us.
Yeah.
We may get in trouble. We may be like doing something naughty in the back room. I don't know. I
rolling
feel
our
like
eyes at people. Ugh.
Yeah. It's fun. It is like
It
really
really
fun to
is
come every
such
day.
a fun career.
Yeah, it's
Such a fun
when you
career.
learn how to streamline it, I'm all about systems and processes in the salon because that's what makes this job stressful and makes you not want to do it anymore because you get burned out. But when you systemize everything and you have a process, like I have Gen Weave and I've got like this and that and the way I do things and my assistants and the way we roll, it's fun. Like it feels like a game
Mhm.
and it feels like we
Yeah.
want to win every day. So that's what I challenge people. If you do hair and you're listening to this and you're discouraged, it's like just find a way to systemize everything and like make it fun, make
But
it feel like a
you
game.
make everything look easy. Like you come in looking polished. You're always happy. You always put on, your
Good
happy
music.
face. You
Yeah.
really do. You make everything look easy, and we know that it's not. Like just life in general is challenging.
hmm
But we appreciate that so much for, when you have us there. And God, I know that like clients are a pain in the ass, a lot of us, right?
hmm
And we come in with all of our moods and you don't flinch.
Not us.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you guys are always a peach to have. For real. Yeah, we love it. But
Have
that's
either one of us ever been terrible in there?
no.
Tell
No?
me.
No.
I want to know if I have, because I'll be like,
No.
I was. I'm sorry.
It's I think
No, as
no.
high maintenance as you could be, you aren't mean.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
You really are not
that's a whole
mean.
thing.
Like I think that
I think it's normal. You can come in with
yeah,
a bad mood. I think that I actually love that and I'll honor that because if you feel like that, you can be like that around me, then it makes you feel comfortable in our space. It's just if you're a mean person, I don't like that. And no, you guys
yeah,
have never been mean.
yeah.
Like you can be angry or like upset with something else or there's some type of conflict happening in your life. I want you to feel like you can do that. I have people cry in my chair. And I tell them, you
You
can
really
cry.
are a
And it's a little
therapist.
more private the way we work, like our chairs are
Yeah.
spaced out. So if somebody wants to shed a tear, I'm not going to tell the whole world, like, shed a tear, like, have
Right.
at it. Well, I'm just here doing my
Have
job.
I ever come in a bad mood? No. Maybe? No. I don't think
Like,
so.
don't do that to me.
I have?
I think everyone has had
Not me.
moments. It's we've heard you on the phone before with people. And we love but
Tell me.
seriously,
I
I
want
love
to
it.
hear
One
it.
time we joke about this in the salon, like you were on the phone with somebody and you were working. You were being serious, Jen. And we love that because we're like, she knows what she wants. Like, you
That's
weren't
good.
being mean. You were just like, this needs to get done. You were maybe talking to a contractor.
Mhm.
Like, I need this done. The weight needs to be done. Like, why isn't it done? And I love that about you because you speak up and you use your voice. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's like, we
Love
love that
that.
stuff.
I
I
love
Yeah.
have
that.
seen the culture in your salon grow because when I first came to you, you just had gotten your own space and your own brand. And it was so interesting because you had let go of several assistants because it didn't fit the ethos of
Mhm.
Cashmere. And I found that to be so brave of you. I remember you had let go one assistant and you said to me, he's going to thank me. I just freed him and he's going to be able to follow his dreams. He
Hmm.
wasn't a good fit here, but now I've let him go follow his dreams. And it was so cool to see that because what you have now, who you have working with you now, and I've seen multiple of your assistants now get their own chairs. It's really a great culture.
Yeah. And I see that as a success. I don't want to be scarce in the industry. If I feel like they don't fit here, I will let you go as soon as I see that because I I don't wanna hold you hostage, and sometimes people can't even see their own dream, like, you may be able to see it further than they can if you're their mentor, so I don't hold it against them, and, like, I want everyone to be, like, successful, and even if that doesn't mean with me, I tell everyone who works for me, "If you see your dream going bigger or different in a different direction, involve me in that process. Let me be a part of it." Oftentimes, they don't because I think that they just maybe there's lots of reasons why they wouldn't, but I want everyone to be happy, and I don't know if it always means with me, and I'm fine with that. Like,
Hmm.
I just want everyone to, like, be cool, and so I've learned the more I push people, the worse it is. So I just if people wanna be with us and they wanna be a part of the club and they wanna do this and that, great, but if you don't, you can do your own thing too. And so that's why the culture is good now, because I don't push people
Hmm.
to be like this or do this. Like, I just allow them to be themselves. And we still have conflict and we still have things every once in a while, but we just like it's more of a sisterhood
Hmm. It
and we
You
is.
have
just
a
keep it that
great
way.
group of
I
women
love
in
the
Yeah, it's
there.
conflict
really
though.
good right now.
It's
It's the best it's
entertaining.
ever been, honestly. It's really what I found is your attitude and how you show up every day. It doesn't matter if you're the best at hair or you're the best at this extension or anything. It's all about your candor. And so when I'm hiring now, that's all I look for is the can-do attitude and the friendliness.
Hmm.
And that's what really rewards the salon and the culture the
It's so
most.
interesting because not only are you such a creative, but you're a businesswoman and running a business is hard. Our podcast, the whole point of our podcast is being the best version of yourself. And sometimes the second half is the better half. Most
Mhm.
of the time, it's the better half. I would say all the time that I've seen it's the better half. And you're personally going through a transition that we can talk about a little bit. Um, and it's so beautiful to watch you as a single mom now, chasing your dreams, making
Mhm.
it happen, providing for your phenomenal, outrageous daughter, whose
Mhm.
name is
She's
Cashmere.
Her
so
name is
She
cute.
Cashmere.
is unbelievable. Um, I have so much respect for your grit and your work ethic, and it's hard being a mom and making it all happen.
Mhm. And I am so thankful for myself. Like,
Yes.
I'm not like that Snoop Dogg meme where he's like, "I wanna thank me," but
Yes.
it's I've always loved to work hard. My mom was such a good example of that, and so I am so grateful that I took the pathway I did in entrepreneurship, and I'm so grateful for my mother's entrepreneurial spirit and my dad's that helped me be this way so that I'm now going through this life quake. I was married for 14 years almost, and I'm just grateful that I'm in a position where I've learned to sustain myself even before the marriage ended so that I can just as as peacefully as possible kind of get through this really rough time and I'm not worried about like what most single mothers worry about. I can really just
Yeah.
genuinely enjoy what
It's
I've created.
I remember when you came to us and you told us, and there wasn't one moment. Obviously, my heart was there for you, and I was there to support you and pick you up if I needed to. But there wasn't one moment where I didn't think that you were like not, you exemplify motherhood, businesswoman. You're passionate about what you do at work, being a daughter, because you're
Mhm.
still so involved with your family,
Mhm.
friendships. You are doing everything right. And you should be very proud of yourself. And
Thank
we're
you.
very proud of you. And
Yes.
every time we go to visit you, we always say, like, either one of us, because we're not there on the same days, we're like, wow. Like, Kiki showed up. She looked so hot today. She looked so cute.
Yeah,
You
I
guys are
love
my
your
cheerleaders.
outfits.
Because we're so proud of you. Like, it takes a lot to, number one, to go through what you're going through personally, to show up. And you show up, like, you show up in a big way, and you don't bring that burden of what you're going through. And not that it's a burden. I don't want it to sound like that, but you don't bring your problems to your clients. Although as friends, we love hearing about it, and we're more than friends, so we want to be a part of that. We love you more than friends. You are so important to the both of us. And watching you go through this and go through life and raise your daughter, you're incredible, Kiki.
Thank you.
Yes.
Incredible. And you should be so proud of yourself. And I'm sure your parents are. And
Yeah.
your daughter one day is going to look back and be like, shit, my mom's
I
badass.
think I just have always been a big believer with everything I've gone through that's been really hard with timing and knowing that timing is on my side. And if this would have happened, this life quake would have happened 10 years ago and I wasn't sustainable and I hadn't done what, like everything is about timing.
Right.
And I've gone through other challenges like major infertility. I tried to have Cashmere for 4 years and that was so hard. And infertility is something, if you haven't gone through it, like you just can't even explain how much your heart hurts
Mhm.
to go through something like that. And then I had her and
But
I
then
got
when
pregnant.
you got pregnant, you were sick and you still showed
Yeah.
up. You'd walk away and be sick,
But
and you
then
still.
timing, it's like that's why when I was sick, it was fine because I wanted her so
You
bad. I
want it.
waited 4 years to be pregnant. So even though
Right.
I was throwing up every day for 9 months, I was like, but timing.
Right.
And so it's just everything. And so even the way that this has happened is like timing. I'm just grateful that it happened the way it happened. You have to learn how to see in those hard moments why, like,
Good.
it was designed to be this way. And
Yep.
so that's always what I'm trying to remind myself when
God's
things get
plan.
hard is just I wanted that hairline years before it began. And I just could not understand why.
Right.
And it was like, it's because you're going to get divorced in 4 years. That's why it's not happening now. That's why it's going to happen later because you need this timing to work out perfectly so that when you have to be a single mom, it can take care of you. It's just
I love
crazy.
that there's no excuses. You just do what you have to do every day. And we've watched you grow up, even
Yeah.
though you're a young mom, but we've literally
Mhm.
watched you
I
grow
feel
up.
like I've grown up this
Yeah.
year so much.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's just the beginning. You're just scratching the surface
Mhm.
of success, but you have all the things that you need to be successful. You have an amazing family, your daughter, your work ethic, your girls. I mean, you have it
Your
all.
health.
Mhm.
And it's all
Mhm.
in your health. It's so true. And it's only going to get better from here.
Well, I look at you 2 that way. I aspire to be and all the girls in the salon, I would say as well, but we aspire to be like you 2 because you 2 don't settle. You always expect perfection, but you are so kind in the way that you go about life and the relationships you have, and I don't even see that we are different ages, first of all, but I aspire to be like you 2. And
Thank you.
so it just that's why I love being around you because I feel like you rub off on me, your energy and everything, so
Well, I mean, I'm
Humble.
only 38, so
Let's do a few rapid fires.
yes.
I love doing these. Okay. Clip-ins, tape-ins, or sew-ins?
Sew-ins.
Okay, wait, sorry, I need to find me. Oh, okay. How long should extensions really last?
In method or in they should last at least a year in the type of that you're purchasing. 6 months to a year.
Extensions for volume or length?
Ugh, don't make me pick. That's what everyone always picks volume and length, but I would say volume in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Maintenance, weekly or monthly?
Monthly.
Dry shampoo, evil or good?
Mm, evil. I know.
Is it because it closes your
Why?
pores? Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Yeah. Too much of it I think is bad.
Like for your scalp like your scalp health,
Yeah,
or
for scalp health, exactly.
because
What about for the hair
the
extensions?
follicles
Fine,
get
fine, you can wash it out.
the follicles get blocked, right? And so
Mhm.
it doesn't allow for the hair to grow through. Is that what
Yeah,
it
it
is?
clogs your follicle.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
scary.
And then
Even
you
like the
get
new one that I like, but we're using that, is it K18 or something?
it's like, yeah, it's definitely revolutionizing. I say maybe ask me that question in 3 to 5 years, but people are still using the Batiste and the bad stuff that clogs your pores. So
The Batiste is so bad. I'm going to tell you something that
I
happened.
have clients that use it, so they're gonna listen to this and they're gonna
Well,
be
I'm
like,
gonna just tell
"Oh."
you what happened because it's a disclaimer and
Did
so
it
much stuff
burn him?
happened. So my son, for whatever reason, my dry shampoo, Gabe, when he was young, he was probably in like 3rd grade, my dry shampoo was in his bathroom. And little boys do dumb things and he sprayed it on his arm, right? He put 3 sprays. It turned into 2nd-degree burns.
Yeah, I've heard of
That
that.
was such a scary thing. And I was like, wait, I'm putting this on my head next to my brain. What am I thinking? Like, we don't think about the products that we're using.
It's a little bit toxic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have to tell you a quick side note about parenting about that. Like when Maverick was little, he did something stupid. He took a bar of deodorant and he bit it. And it was like he came over to me and it was all around his mouth. And I had this mad panic. And as a mom, I was like reading the poison center and it's like, call the poison center immediately. And I'm like, I have to know if something's going to happen to him. So I took it and I went,
Oh, you
and I
did?
started eating it because I was like,
If you're going down, I'm going
yes,
down?
I was like,
Oh my gosh.
I want to
gosh.
know, like, if
You
something's going to
pulled a
happen
Romeo
to
and
him.
Juliet. You were
Yeah,
like,
you
"Ugh."
Oh, I
did.
was like, Devin's like, what are you doing? Anyways,
Okay, so last question. What's trending right now in hair extensions 2025?
Individuals are trending hard. You guys have
really?
known this. Individual keratin bonds. Not beaded individuals as much, but keratin bonds.
What's the difference?
Why?
Beaded individuals is like it's called I-tip. It's a bead on every single individual, and that's bad. So bonds can be done terribly. They can be done great. And then like to
But a whole
me,
head?
a whole head. Macy has a whole head, but my personal belief is bonds are only done, they only look great when it's Russian hair or like a really natural texture. You have to texture spot on perfectly, otherwise it looks like snakes. And I will die
Yeah,
on
a
that
But I
hill.
think
spaghetti. It
for
does
Snakes.
spaghetti. Yeah.
yeah, because they
Mhm.
piece out. I think for curly hair, I
Mhm.
could see that, like
Mhm.
super curly hair like
I
Macy,
think a full
but
head of bonds looks great. That's actually what the majority of celebrities are wearing. The Kardashians, any A-lister, they're usually wearing a full head of bonds, but it's usually always Russian virgin hair and it's single drawn.
And
That's the
how
key.
often, so when you take them out, you have to replace all the hair or do you just reattach it?
You can. So you can rebond and reattach. All the celebrities, I will say, we're probably getting new hair every single time. And the people who are doing their hair are allowing it every single time because that retipping and rebonding process will take hours and nobody wants to do that. But there are artists that are really good artists that will do that for you. And we do that with your individual bonds. We rebond, retip. You can use them 3 or 4 times in a
yeah.
row.
And so how long would a full head have to be? Like, how long can you wear that? And how?
You can wear that for average 3 months. Sometimes if you're wearing bigger bonds that are like really full, and that's kind of can be damaging if you go more than 2 months. So some of these celebrities, again, I just keep referring to them because they're the ones who wear them the most. If they're wearing a lot of big juicy bonds, they're going to have to get them done every 2 months like you guys. And then that reinstallation, like removal takes an hour, reinstallation may take 2 to 3 hours, and then the retipping process would take like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a long time, or sometimes 3 to 4 months, just depending on how it's installed, how big your bond size is. It
Wow.
really varies.
Thank God you have those leg massagers. It'll just keep me in the chair. I'll
And
be
that's, we're not
fine.
even talking color. That's just the method. So it's a
Wow.
long process. In my opinion, a perfect cocktail is the cashmere hair, Russian virgin, rose, and then sprinkled in bonds around where it's needed
That's what
because
I
the
have.
client doesn't have to sit in the chair forever. You get maximum fullness and length, and then
That's
you get
fine.
you two both have that combo.
Right. We
And
have
I
the
think that's
perfect.
the cashmere
Yeah.
cocktail combo is perfect.
I
We
love
love
a
a cocktail.
cocktail.
Yeah, we love that cocktail. So
Oh,
Thank you so much for coming. You're so inspirational. We love you. You have made our life beautiful. You've made us feel beautiful, and we'll have whatever you're extending.
thank you.
anytime.
Love it. Love it. Love you guys.
Thanks for tuning in. You can listen to What She's Having anywhere you get your podcasts. And don't forget to watch full episodes on YouTube. If you loved today's conversation, please like, subscribe, and drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And follow us on Instagram at official What She's Having.